we are going to experience a flow to connect with the energy of our feet, the foundation of our sacred temple, the body. Just allow that better connection to our breath through our feet, our connection to bringing stability into our emotional and physical body. So join me at the top of your mat, bringing both feet together. Heels are just a thumb's width apart. And go ahead and find a way to just lift the toes up, fan them back down, widening their stance. And find yourself in Tadasana, equal standing mountain pose, and taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And again, a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And now, as you breathe in, gently rise up off the heels onto the toes, and exhale, just gently tap the earth. Inhale, rising up onto the toes. Exhale, tap the earth. And again, inhale, we rise up, and exhale, tap. Breathing in, lifting, rising. Exhale, tapping through the heels. One more time, inhale, rising up. Exhale, tapping the earth. Bring the heels together and take the toes slightly apart like a small V. Still reaching down through the fingertips, roll the shoulders down and back. Tuck the tail slightly under. Take a deep breath in, rising up. And exhale, bring those heels back together with a gentle thump. You can stay forward facing. I am going to face you for a moment here so you can see this as if I were opening a drawbridge between my feet and then thump. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, gentle tap. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, tap. One more time. Inhale, reaching up through the arches, the front of the foot. Exhale, tap. Bringing the feet back together, toes, big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Lift all 10 toes, fan them back down, spreading them on the earth. Taking a deep breath in, reach the arms up. And settle the hips down, finding chair. If you find that your arms feel a little too heavy for you today, you can reach forward, keeping the shoulders down and back relaxed. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Squeezing those knees together, feeling as if you were bringing strength through your inner thighs. Nice deep breath in and out. Now inhale, rise up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Bring your hands behind your back for a moment. Lift the heart. And exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, slide your hands down the sides of your body. Bring your fingertips to rest there on the sacrum. Arms behind. Keep those elbows facing the back edge of your mat. Good. From here, find your chair once more. Bringing the arms out of it for a moment in the sense of not reaching overhead. See if you can feel your sits bones try to bring energy back up through the legs, squeezing the knees, pressing the heels into the earth. Another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, standing up. Keep your hands just as they are. Exhale, fold the body over. And see how the arm position helps to fold the body and dump it forward. Now on your inhale, halfway rise, keeping your hands as they are on your waist, on your pants line. Press up through the spine to lift the head. Lift the heart. There is your halfway rise. And exhale, fold again. This time allow the arms to dangle. Let the hands touch the floor. Separate your feet slightly. Come elbow to elbow. Bend into the knee and just give me a little ragdoll side to side. And while you're hanging out down here, puns are intended, take a glance at your feet. Notice how the arch might change its shape, or the shifting through the toes, the gripping or extra wrinkles. Are you going a little bit heavier into your toes? Can you center yourself between heel and toe? Take a deep breath in, let the body relax and center. Exhale, side away. Inhale, rising all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, taking a deep breath, reaching up. Exhale, fold the body. Let the head dangle. Watch your right foot step up and back towards the back end of your mat. Good. From here, stay high into the ankle, and then lift the upper body up into a lunge. Now here again, keep the arms down for today if it feels better. Focus on what your feet are saying. Here we are trying to keep the weight centered between the first and second toe of the front leg. Feel that the front hip is pulling back, but the long leg, that hip is pushing slightly forward as if you were trying to come off of those toe bases almost. Leg is straight. Taking a deep breath in, let that heel sink towards the earth and then lift it. Sink the heel and lift. One more time, sinking the heel and lifting. Sink the heel low, lift the heel high, and reach forward and up. Start to lean the upper body over the front leg, bending the front leg deeply. Then pivot that heel of the back foot around so that it touches the earth, and find yourself in warrior two. Lifting the arch of the front foot, pressing into the footprint as if it were in sand, and rolling into the pinky edge of the back foot. And here, just feel your feet. The medial arches are strong communicators with the pelvic floor and the diaphragm of the lungs. Take a deep breath in and out. Sweeping your hands forward, back hand to meet the front hand as if you were holding a block. Pivoting back onto those back toes again. Bending into your front leg. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold, finding the earth first. From here, shift the back foot forward and see if you can straighten the front leg. Allow your body, for this particular version of Warrior 3, to stay touching the earth. So this one is really about the feet before we bring in all of the balance. So look back. Can you see all 5 toes of your back leg pointing towards the earth instead of opening away? Can you feel the weighted balance of your front foot? Can you make sure that your hip is over your heel instead of in front of it or behind it? Now floating that back foot back once more. Stretch into all 5 toes. Let that heel get heavy. Bring your hands to the earth. From here, take your other foot to meet it. Find your high plank. Rocking forward onto the toes, rock back into the heels. Forward to the toes. Take any breaks that you need. If high plank isn't your jam, you can always come to a knee. Take a moment and rejoin us. We have one more here. And drop the hips back, down dog. Everyone meet me there. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bend the right knee, stretch the right ankle high into that stiletto. For us ladies or gents, stretch the other heel down and switch. Really milking those ankles, lift and lower. Nice steady breathing, connecting the breath to the movement.
Taking a nice deep breath in, reach both heels high, find your stiletto, stick your tailbone up, bend your knees, stick your tailbone up a little bit higher, and now exhale, walk your body forward. Reconnecting big toes to kiss, heels slightly apart. Take a deep breath in, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. Hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding. This time, take your left foot back. Keeping high up onto the 5 toes, stretching them out, spreading them wide. Keeping the heel high. Draw your abdominals up away from your thighs and come up into your lunge. From your lunge, keeping that back leg straight, stretch back through the heel, lift. Stretch back through the heel, lift. And again, you always have the option of keeping your arms low and letting your mind focus on the feet today, the foundation of the body. In time of emotional, physical instability, if you will, nourishing the feet can help bring calm to our mind, to our circulatory system, and to our respiratory system. Now from here, taking a deep breath in, reaching the hands up, pivot the back toes so that the foot can flatten and find yourself in warrior 2. Here again, maybe you lift the toes, spread them back out, fan them. The back leg should be rolling down into the pinky edge, this front knee staying centered between the first and second toe. Deep breath in. Let it go. Let the shoulders melt away from your ears. Feel your neck elongate. One more deep breath in and out. Good. From here, we are going to pivot, turn back. Back hand comes to the front hand. We're going to approach our warrior 3, but with that foot focus. So go ahead and inhale, lift a little bit. Exhale, fold over the front thigh. Bring your back foot in slightly so that you feel as if you can center the weight on your front foot. Keeping your hands to the floor. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, press the floor away under that front foot. See if you can engage your abdominals up away from your thigh. Just look down at the front edge of your mat, and then maybe look further back. Check in with your back toes. Can you see all 5 toes pointing towards the floor? And maybe you lift a little bit higher in that glute to get that leg up, but it comes from the glute, not from a twist. Good, floating that foot back down, placing the hands firmly on the floor. Bring your other foot back to meet it. Here in the plank, we're going to stay for just a moment to lower the hips, reach up. Yes, I'm keeping my feet tucked under on purpose for the moment. Bring the knees down, keep the toes tucked, press the hips back. Sitting back over the heels. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stretching. I'm pushing the floor away here. Trying to nourish the stretch of the medial arch and the lateral arches of the feet. Feeling all drawbridges of the feet be stretched. When we can calibrate that connective tissue, the 27 bones in our feet, we can encourage movement in the pelvic floor, in the rib cage and shoulders, and even into the cranial attachments. Everything is connected. Allow those feet to breathe. We often get rigid in our feet, and we find rigid in those other attachments, those communicators of the foot. Coming back up and through, just to the hands and knees position, keeping your toes tucked under. Press the hips up and back, down dog. Take a nourishing deep breath in and out here. Nice big breaths. Now lifting up through the heels, sink them back down. Just doing another ankle pump. Imagine, if you will, that you have a tripod on each side of the ankle, right up through the center of the ankle. You're going to lower right down through that trident and right back up through the trident. Staying centered on big toe and pinky toe. Trying to avoid rolling into one side or the other. Take a nice deep breath in. You can lift the heels, bend the knees and the sits bones up even higher away, and then exhale, walk yourself in. Inhale, halfway rise, spread the toes as you do. Exhale, fold, lower the toes. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to a space, you can be still here on your mat. I'm going to turn and face you. And we're going to explore a little tree today, feeling the foot. So lifting the toes of one foot, the standing foot, pulling the knee in. We're going to start here today. Scoop your hands under your thighs. And then I'd like you to roll your shoulders down and back. See if you can keep that foot up. Maybe you engage into your standing glute a little bit, act like you're trying to push the floor away. Feel the foot communicating with the knees and the hips. Take a deep breath in. You'll feel the foundation of your body communicating with your diaphragm. You're like, how? Well, if you're clenching in your foot and creating lots of extra wrinkles, I'm pretty certain you're also clenching in your ribs. Maybe that breath isn't coming as fluidly as it should. Now, take the foot down. Today, keep it here on the calf if that feels good. Press the arch of the foot gently into the calf, and then find the stability here at the hip pockets, as if you had a vise and they were pulling your hips up and in. Hands can come to heart center. We're squaring off those hips. Notice the sensations of your feet. So instead of bringing the tree high today into the thigh, let's keep it low and let's bring a lot of attention to that standing foot. Feeling its little wiggles, its shimmies, its shakes. Does it want to sit on the pinky edge or the big toe edge? Are you able to keep responding to those shifts? Perhaps you grow the tree through the arms, but keeping that tree foot steady. Releasing back to heart center, remembering to breathe. Releasing your tree, and just give me a little Pilates prancing, if you will. Okay, so just lifting through one and then the other. Stretching those ankles. And now let's spread the toes of the other side, preparing it to be the standing foot. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, using your deep core muscles, draw up the bungees of the waist to pull that thigh. Wrap your fingers under it. Roll the shoulders down and back, let the arms remain long, and now that standing leg needs to do its work. Feel that glute fire, keeping that hip long and strong in the front of that standing side. And start to feel the nuances of the foot that you are firmly standing on, the foundation here. And perhaps you start to float that leg down. Let it simply touch the calf. You may want to lean like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but turn on the vices of the hips. Draw that energy up and through the thigh. Find your hands to heart center and breathe. Nice and steady breathing, bringing your focus into the foot. Feeling the 5 toe pads, that bridge across the toe bases, the lift of the arch, feeling the keystone of that arch, and the steadiness of the heel. This grounding focus
Again, brings calm to the mind, to the circulatory system, to your respiration or breathing patterns. It's especially calming during times of emotional strife, stress. Let that foot settle. Pump the legs out. Let the hands shake off their hold. And remind yourself to take a deep breath in and out. Good. Let those feet relax. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, just sink down towards the earth. So hips sink, body sinks. Find your hands against the earth. You're going to find your way onto your bottom. And we're going to do some lying down work, but focusing on the feet. So go ahead and roll yourself down one beautiful vertebrae at a time. Finding yourself on your back, extending the left leg, bring the right knee up and give it a squeeze. So often, right now we're not going to do an inversion per se where our head is beneath our heart, but even here in lying down we can start to practice how the foot is the rudder of some of our poses, whether it's a shoulder stand, a headstand, or an aerial. I speak a lot about feet, and it's oftentimes my class thinks I'm crazy, but there is a reason. And it's because the foot very much are like solar panels of energy, and how they speak to the knee and to the hip can help control movements in the silk, but also on ground. So let's go ahead and slip your hands behind your thigh. And just roll the shoulders down and back, be comfy. And then extend that leg as much as possible. And maybe that means your arms have to come a little bit longer. Okay, and see if you can settle into both hip bones. And I want you to flex both sets of toes back and then point both sets of toes. Flex both sets of toes, point. One more time, and point. Now flex your land foot, bend your knee, hold on to that knee, and as you bring it down you can point, but then flex and then press the heel to the sky. Point, relax, flex, press. Point, relax, flex, press. Now you can stay here and just hold onto this, try to get this hamstring to release. If it's in your practice, you can take the toe grip. And here the rudder of the foot becomes even more important, because oftentimes I see people clenching through the foot. So let the heel lift. Let the solar panel of the arch open. And breathe. Now I still have my solar panel on my floor foot. It's not relaxed. That would bring more stress into this stretching hamstring. So my ground foot is flexed back. I have energy through that leg. It's stabilizing, allowing this leg to have permission to mobilize more. Now relax the toe grip, bring the hands back to the thigh, slide that leg down and out. Wiggle those feet side to side for a moment. Now flexing into the ground, leg now this time the right side, left knee comes in, give it a big squeeze, and breathe. Now let's start to point both sets of toes and flex, meaning pulling your toes back towards your shins, then point toes away from shins and flex. Point and flex. And then from here, we're going to flex that ground foot and strike the heel towards the ceiling. Now here again, you can try to keep that grip as much as possible. We point to relax, ground foot stays flexed. So that foot's not going to change. It's creating heat, if you will, in that ground leg, but we flex and stretch the heel of that top leg, that left leg, and then point to relax. Bend the knee, and then flex the toes back towards the shins, strike through the heel, point to relax.
Bring the toes back, stretch, point and relax. We're gonna do it one more time. Holding there, both solar panels of the feet open, if you will. If it's in your practice, you can take the toe bind, roll the shoulders down, try to get those abdominals engaged, hugging the spine. And now the heel must open. The solar panel of the foot opens. The toes should be relaxed as much as possible. Take a deep breath in. The ground leg is still energized. That solar panel is open. Nice, steady breathing. One more breath here. Bringing the hand back to the thigh. If you're not already there, floating that knee bent. Floating it out towards the floor, long against the mat, and then just shake that loose for a moment. And maybe let that shake go up your legs, into your hips. It might find its way into your waist, into your shoulders. It'll be gentle, into your hands. You just start to feel that gentle vibration and shift all of the body. Shake it all loose, and then settle. And here, allow your eyes to drift closed. Bring your feet to the mat just for a moment, flat against the floor. Knees are bent as if you were getting ready to bridge, but we're not going to bridge. I just simply want you to, with those feet flat close to your bottom, gently push the floor away. And you'll notice that you kind of shift yourself up your mat. Feel that beautiful stretch between your shoulder blades and how it kind of pulls your shoulders out of your ears. Once you're there, settle your hips heavy, lengthen one leg, and then the other. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Allow your eyes to drift closed and feel the breath start to float through the body. And imagine, if you will, that the inhale is like a gentle searchlight, a little flicker of a candle. And as your inhale floats over your body, that flicker of light may illuminate a point of tension. Let your exhale soften that spot. Finding your next inhale again, illuminating, gently searching. And your exhale melting away any points of tension discovered. And as you continue to breathe, illuminating with your inhale, your exhale will continue to dissolve the identities that we hold, the expectations that we have. And as those points dissolve, we come back into the purity of our breath, the very essence of our being. Invite a deep breath into your body. Start to wiggle through fingers and through toes. Maybe you gently roll your head to the right and then to the left. And on your next breath, start to just bring more and more movement back into the body, staying on the floor, but bringing in any stretch or bend or twist that feels good. Finding your way onto your left side. And inviting a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Bring your hand to the floor. Push yourself upright to a relaxed seated position. And here, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, reaching your hands up overhead for a big stretch. And exhale, float your hands to heart center. May this practice found you replenished of sukha, joy, shanti, peace. Namaste.